All right, a very lovely day to you. Welcome to 28 Sports Show here on TV Sapiencia. Every other time on 28 Sports Show, it's that program where we get to talk to teenagers. We discuss issues that concerns teenagers, and these are burning issues that concerns teenagers. My name is Oma. You're very tweeted on radio and TV. I've got with me amazing and wonderful students from Our Lady of Assumption Schools. They will have to tell us their names one after the other, so I will have to start with you. Your name?
My name is Ubala Vanessa.
Huh?
Ubala Vanessa.
You need to speak up so we can hear you better, okay? All right. The next person?
My name is Bosa Chisom.
Okay.
My name is Ogwejo Foninge.
Okay.
My name is Simeon Olivia.
Uh-huh.
My name is Mobilo Chinaza.
Okay.
My name is Chukuka Godfrey.
My name is Okwife Chinedi.
All right, you're welcome to 28 Sports Show today, and we are really going to have an amazing conversation today on the program. And one of the, I go to schools on outreach, secondary schools, as a matter of fact, and I have come to realize that one of the major challenges that teenagers are facing is not even career decision. Are you surprised?
No.
Are you surprised? Oh, you know that.
Yes.
It's not even career.
We know that.
It's not even decision making. The number one challenge that teenagers face in this 21st century is actually sexuality. Right?
Yeah.
Right or wrong?
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. So today on the program, we'll be looking at relationships within teenagers. When is the right time for a teenager? When is the right time for a teenager to start having a relationship, a boy-girl relationship, especially within the context where we're living right now? But we will try to have a holistic view of what a relationship is all about. Let's start with you. What's relationship?
A relationship is a bond or a connection that relates two or more people together.
A bond
Yes.
or connection
Yes.
that relates two or more people together. Okay. Do you have something else to say? Okay, let's come to him.
For me, relationship is a bond or connection between two or more people, which can either be positive or negative.
Which can either be positive or negative. That's the addition you're making to what she just said. Now, I need us to say something different from what the other person has said. For you, look inside of you, like in words. What does, if somebody says relationship, talks about relationship, what comes to your mind? Like, think about it. What comes to your mind when you hear relationship? Let's be honest. Let's come to you.
For me, it is a feeling. And when someone said, can we be in a relationship? It is a feeling that you have for someone, and attractive. You have been admiring that person for a very long time. Then you decided to open up. So to me, I can say that it is a feeling that you have for someone.
A feeling you have for someone?
Yes, ma'am.
And
a connection.
And a connection.
Yes.
And it's definitely between a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you?
Well, for me, I would say that relationship is a mutual feeling and connection between two or more people.
Mutual feeling and connection between two or more people.
Yes.
All right, you?
For me, I would say a relationship is a strong feeling of attraction, connection between two people.
A strong feeling of attraction, connection. Are you not defining love? Because I think that's the dictionary definition of love. Strong feeling, attraction.
For someone.
Okay, relationship is actually a mutual dealing between two people.
Mutual dealing.
Yeah, like a mutual dealing between both.
Dealing between two people. Okay, that's okay. That's from your own. All right, you?
Whenever I hear relationship, what comes to mind for me is trust.
Trust.
Cooperation. Yes. Honesty.
Really?
Yes. Because
Trust.
there are virtues which a good
Like,
relationship
are you
should
sure?
have. Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
So, as I said, trust, honesty, cooperation, love, and affection.
Trust, honesty, cooperation, love, and affection.
Yes.
These are the
good
things that comes to
relationship.
mind once you hear relationship.
Yes.
Okay, let's come to you.
For me, whenever I also hear about relationship, I would say that relationship is the interaction between two or more people that exist within or outside society, which can also be negative or positive, and also within the household. That's relationship for me.
Wow. Okay. So from all your definition, where does the boy-girl relationship, teenagers relationship, where does it fall in? Let's start with you.
I feel like it falls in the
You need to speak up.
I feel like it falls in the negative part because depending on where that particular teenager lies in. If that teenager is still in secondary school, it is very negative for that particular teenager.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Let's come to you. The boy-girl relationship thing, where does it fall into with all the explanations and definitions of relationship?
For me, it depends. It depends on the motive of the relationship, which can be negative or positive. It involves like what they want the relationship to contain. That's what I have to say.
What they want the relationship to contain. And it depends on the motive. So what drives the motive behind the boy-girl relationship, especially for teenagers? Remember, we're looking at teenagers. What drives the motive?
It depends on the attraction you have for the person, then the qualities of the person, the characters, and other things.
Really? So you go to school, you're admiring somebody.
It depends.
It depends on what?
It depends if I find anything I like it.
Oh, like what? Nah.
Like for example, in class, if I must say, like in class, he is intelligent. I'm not intelligent. He knows maths. I didn't know maths. So that's one thing I.
Okay, like she, because you're talking about he, like
yes,
she.
She.
Okay.
He knows maths. I didn't know maths. Or maybe I'm taking like 5th position and she's taking like 1st position.
And before
so
you know
I
it,
have to come closer to her to
No, her
know
secret.
some of her
Exactly.
secrets.
That's what you
and before you know it, you start having that.
We cannot have you because the reason why I came was so that
learn,
I would know some of her secrets.
Okay.
That's her reading, how he reads, and how he studies hard. So that's my motive of coming to her.
Okay, and that motive of coming to her determines what happens.
Yes.
Oh. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so, but let's be honest. I want to throw a question which all of you will answer right now. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest.
Yes.
Okay.
At one point, when should a teenager get involved in boy-girl relationship? Teenager. Like at what point? When? Let's start with you.
When they are mature, like
Mature, what do you mean by mature?
normally, I will just say when they are 18 years of age, because by that time they already know things that are into, and also when they're in the university, they already see things and know more of things, and are able to decide for themselves and make decisions. That is when it is very nice and advisable for them to be in a relationship.
Okay, what about you? You're just giving that side eye, like that side eye. So, what do you think?
When
Be honest.
I think it's good when they're done with their secondary school. So they
So you
can-
don't have a girlfriend in school now?
No.
Are you
Now,
sure?
please, can't you see his badge?
Chapo
Easy,
prefect.
Exactly.
Okay, Chapo prefect.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, Chapo prefect is like the Jesus boy, right? The one that prays, the one that prays, right?
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay, you said when they are done with secondary school.
Yes.
Okay, so what about you?
For me, I would say when he or she, especially girls, when they are 20 years. Let
Okay.
me not say 18 years, because you know some girls came through a family that I don't know. Will I say they are petting them? They don't even know what they're doing. Their parents' eyes are not on them. So I would say when they are 20 years, by that time you know what you want. You know whether this relationship is it as in you want it to continue that to the extent that you spend the rest of your life with the person, or not just you just want to enter it because you just want to just have fun, full among.
Yes, yes,
For me,
yes.
it's when you are 20 years. By that time, you know exactly what you want. You know where you are heading to.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, okay. You know, you just said something that struck me. You enter into a relationship to feel among. That's still something. That's another question I'm going to ask.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But let's continue. What do you
Okay.
think?
For me, I think it's when the person is done with secondary school. Because, you know, when you're attending secondary school, you're still eating, let me just use it, eating from mommy's hand to mouth. So you've not really gone into the society, know what the world is all about. I mean, like experiencing it. So for me, I would say maybe when you're done with secondary school, you now know what is good for yourself. So for me, I don't have a particular age. My age rate is when you're done with secondary, because so many people finish secondary school at the age of 20 now, so I feel like they're 18. So when you've gone into the society, know what is good, bad, what you want for yourself. I feel that is the right time to have a relationship.
Okay. What about you?
For me, the right age for a lady to enter into a relationship is actually when the person is 28.
Okay.
And like if you're already in school, like university, and when you're in third year, at least by that time you're already seen some people, and you have already met so many people, and by then you're already of age, like you know what you want, and you are already allowed, because some parents don't allow their kids to be in a relationship as when they're in 20 years. Some actually wait for them when they're like third year. By that time you already know, you have already gone through life and know what life is all about, and what the meaning of marriage, and you already know what you're going into. Well, for the boys, actually when you are actually up to 26, 27 years, because by that time you've already seen life, and you have to make money, and you know the criteria of what you're trying to go into, and know what you actually want in a woman. That's when you're going to go into a relationship.
Great, that's great. Let's come to you.
As for me, I feel like when a teenager or anyone should enter a relationship is when the person is ready, maybe mentally or emotionally. Because people, maybe as we teenagers, they might tend to enter a relationship and they're not ready for it. So if a person enters a relationship when they're not ready, it could lead to some negative effects. So I believe is when you are ready, because having a relationship as a teenager, it may lead to so many distractions. So perhaps when you are done with your schooling, then you should think of entering a relationship. Thank you.
Okay, all right, you?
Yes, for me, just like my partner said, that some people, like some girls are more misspent. So at least when they are done with their secondary schools, so if they enter university, at least by then they have left their parents.
Okay.
So they have experienced life. So they have known what life is and what it can become. So that's when you should enter into a relationship.
Okay, now, so but you've made beautiful points. From all that you've said, teenagers shouldn't get involved in relationships, right?
Yes,
not
they
at all.
shouldn't. No,
because
they should
for
not.
someone to be involved in relationship, you would have finished secondary school.
Yes,
Now,
exactly.
why is it that teenagers in secondary schools get involved in relationships? Because we've agreed that they should not be in relationships. Like they should face their studies, they should focus, focus. But why is it that teenagers in secondary schools, they don't even want to hear ri or le? They're already in ship. So let's be honest. And what can we do to ensure that people can actually stay focused on their education, their studies? Let's start with the why. Why do teenagers jump into relationships even while in secondary school? Why is this such a big thing? Like, why is this so attractive to them?
For me, I believe that they just want to feel among, because they will allow things that are not necessary to distract them, and then they feel that if not for this, if not relationship, then there's no school, there's no having fun in school. While there are other things that you can do that can be giving you, that can educate you and also entertain you in school. So they just feel that since my friend is doing this, let me join them. And at the end, there's nothing to feel among. Rather, you just end up with consequences and negative effects of what you've felt, what you felt it was right for you.
Okay.
So teenagers just feel like this is what is raining now. So let me just join and do what is raining.
Give another point.
So for me, I think they are fond of themselves. You know, as we grow to teenage, you know, we have some certain developments in our body.
Yeah.
So as they grow, they are fond of themselves. So they would like to, you know, do what their peers do.
Yeah.
So
That's like peer
as you
influence.
said, they want to feel among.
Okay.
Yes.
Like peer influence to feel among.
They are the peer group. And the
So
rest.
what happens if someone does not do what others are doing? What happens? Like you've said, a teenager getting involved in relationships because they want to feel among. You've talked about peer influence. What happens? Will the sky fall if a teenager does not do what other teenagers are doing? And you know that that thing is actually wrong. What happens? Why that need? I need to understand it. Why that need to feel among?
Let me just take it this way. As we are here, now let's assume we are in the classroom and Olivia here just come to school in the morning and she was like, my boyfriend bought this for me, bought that for me. Do you know that her neighbor will be like, she'll be jealous. Olivia has this, I don't have it. She'll be like, I must have this, I must. And by that process, she'll try to force herself to do what she never thought of doing due to the things that she's seeing her having, bringing, and doing part of this Christmas party, graduation, the kind of dressing that Olivia wears, she would like to wear it, which is very bad. Let's say jealousy. She just wants to feel her more, like they said before. You want to do it because they want to also be like others.
So it's actually a bad energy,
Yes,
right?
It's very
like
bad
it's
energy.
envy.
Yes,
It's actually envy that makes a teenager want to feel among.
Yes.
Okay.
Envy.
Well, for me, I would not say it's feeling among, but it is also part of it. Me, I would like to point in the school and parents. For me, I feel like the reason why the teenagers engage in relationship while still in secondary school is, number one, the parents. Let's talk about parental training. As most of my mates here said, it's their mommy's pets. Imagine when a mother trains her daughter so hardly that even when you carry money and fling it on her face, it doesn't move her. Just imagine if we have that kind of ladies in the society. What is happening now won't have been happening. That is number one. Then number two, we move into the schools. As all of us know that in our school, Our Lady of Assumption Secondary School, relationship is highly prohibited in my school, and you dare not try, because if you try, it's expulsion, so that if we are three, we will know that those three are the best. So in many secondary schools in Nigeria, I would advise that they should put that rule so that students will mind their business and know that they are not here to feel among. They are here for what they want, and they are here to study. And the sky will be the starting point.
Exactly.
Quite
That's a
interesting.
very good point.
Quite interesting. Let's come to you.
Well, for me, in this situation, I would like the reason why teenagers go into relationship. I'm actually going to put it in the parents' side, because as of ignorance, like when parents are ignorant of their children and they don't even know what their children is doing, especially late walking and all this stuff. And when a child is only on her own and decides what he or she does on his own, you found out that the person will actually fall into the wrong hands and following the peers, and the parents will actually come back by night. You don't even think of knowing what your children are doing or what they are doing. Then your child will end up going into a relationship because to her they will feel like it is good, and the parents that is meant to guide them is not available. That's why teenagers mostly go into relationship.
Unavailability of parents.
Yes.
Quite interesting.
I would like to point towards social media.
Okay.
Because in social media, we have influencers, and some of them are into relationships, and they make relationships seem so good. So in the eyes of teenagers, they might think it is all about the good parts. Meanwhile, they don't know the side effects. Because in order to enter a relationship, you have to be very mature. You have to be prepared for what you're entering. So I feel that teenagers are allowing what they see, what they hear, and what they notice around them to affect them to enter in a relationship. Thank you.
All right.
So for me, I would say the parents. You know, some of our parents nowadays now have what they
Baby mama.
what they call it, baby mama.
Which one is baby mama?
I don't know. So
No, explain. I need to understand what you're trying to say now.
they have another man feeling
Okay.
Okay, like
and also they are elderly ones. So imagine when a teenager sees his or her parents engaging in such a thing or her elders, so that teenager will think of that as right or
yeah, you're right.
So you want to be among those who do as their elder does.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what's the solution? What can we do to ensure that teenagers, even when they want to get involved, because relationships are not bad, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're not bad.
Are they bad?
No.
No, according to the definition we gave.
They are not bad.
I mean, you can have friends, right?
Yes, you can have friends.
whether boy or girl.
That's why there's friendship relationship.
There's friendship relationship.
Yes, there are various types of relationships.
It's also
Right.
called platonic
Okay,
relationship.
before we get to the solution, what are the bad effects of someone getting involved, a teenager getting involved in a boy-girl relationship?
It
Before
will
we
definitely
get,
cause distraction
okay,
to that particular teenager. Imagine when the teacher is teaching and they're thinking my boyfriend.
And you're
Yeah.
just admiring you boy.
That's
It
this
just
distraction.
spoils the reason why you're in school, because your mind is no more being
Elsewhere.
there. Your mind
Yeah.
is definitely, my boyfriend is going to do this, my boyfriend is going to do that.
That's
He
true.
You should hurry up and dismiss.
ah, too bad, too
Yeah,
bad.
kinda.
Let's come to you.
As you say, the same distraction, because for them everything in their mind will be their opposite gender.
Okay.
If it's a girl, everything about her will be the boy that is handsome, the girl that is beautiful, you know. And also it depends the environment and parental training,
Okay.
because the environment where the person lives, that might be the order of the day. Maybe it's common around the environment. So changing the environment and also the way the person lives in the environment can change it.
Can
Yes,
can be the cause, right?
Yes, can be the cause.
For me, it can lead to school dropouts.
Okay.
A situation whereby a girl engage herself, mostly in the school, engage herself in this immoral act, and once you are caught, oh my goodness,
Especially
it will
now.
lead to school dropout. And do you know that the most funniest part of it, that some teachers will even video you and post it. Anywhere you go, everybody will know it is the girl I saw on social media. It leads to school dropouts. As in, it can even lead to hatred.
can,
People around
yeah.
you will hate you. They won't even like to associate with you,
Because of
Yes.
it,
which
you
is
don't
very
have
bad. You
enough
always
good
be left
morals
alone.
again.
Yes.
That's what I
Okay.
have to say.
Well, as for me, it causes disgrace
Yeah.
and it causes disgrace and
Is it
it
damage?
kills career.
Okay.
Why?
Okay,
Because
okay.
when you engage in relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend relationship, of course you would like to try what everybody has been saying, sex. And when you get to it, of course, pregnancy occurs. And if care is not taken, if you check yourself, you notice that you've contacted all these STD diseases. And when it's already a disgrace, when you have STD diseases like HIV, gonorrhea, and all that, and also a pregnancy, you won't even see a face to come outside. And then
Exactly.
it kills your career, because at that time, no school will recommend you, and then in the society you don't even know what to do. At that time, what is your name is confusion.
Yeah.
You don't know what to do. It is maybe years later you begin to manage yourself and others. So at that point it kills career and it brings disgrace.
All right. So quickly, let's
Well,
look at solution.
But for me,
Solution.
Okay, the
Solution. What can we do? Because we
Well,
are really running out of time right now.
The solution to this, like, well, I'm going to say parents should learn how to get their children close to them and actually know them know them exactly and know and
their
also know
problems and
what they are capable of doing at
Okay.
this time, and actually sometimes call them together, ask them questions, ask them what they are facing in schools and their emotional thoughts. At least that will be able to help them in order to guide their children from indulging in such acts.
Okay.
I believe that if one of the negative effects of relationship, and the solution. So I believe that teenagers should be mindful of what they see, what they hear, and they should be mindful of the hours of social media that they engage on, because as I said earlier, the influencers, they should be mindful of.
Looks like you're so good with social media.
Yes, I use them for.
I know we've talked about it here, and you've told me what you use them for, right?
Yes,
I
said
still
the
remember.
same.
I
Yes.
still remember. Go on.
Exactly. So I just my idea.
They
is
should
that
be
they
mindful.
of social media.
Not copycatting.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
For
Finally.
me, when a child is not trained at home, so when that child goes to school, the school takes that opportunity to train that child. So, for example, in our school, don't try that, and if you try that, expulsion. So schools should be mindful of it too. A child caught in a relationship in school should be sent home immediately. No, nothing else. Just like in our school.
Okay.
Don't try that.
So apart from within the school, are you all telling me that you don't have boyfriends and girlfriends?
If it's in the context of
Society.
No, like I mean in context
Romantic
of
or
romantic and
traditional.
intimacy. No.
Okay, let me one after the other.
Okay.
Are you telling me you don't have a boyfriend?
I don't. I just. The thing is, I always focus. I don't really have that time to make friends.
Oh.
Even as I just talk to all my classmates, but I don't have friends in any of them.
Ah. Okay, chapel prefect.
I don't actually have.
Okay, but it's not like you don't talk to girls. You talk to girls,
I
right?
talk to everybody, both boys and girls.
Oh, you talk to everybody, both boys and girls, but you don't have a particular. You don't have a particular someone, right? For now, okay.
Like he said before that.
Not like he said. I'm asking you.
Okay. For me, I have a boyfriend.
What?
Just and that my boyfriend just only in the school. We only used
Which
to
one
do
is boyfriend?
Boyfriends.
Like a friend that is a boy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your teacher is here and she's listening. Oh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So
Eh,
I know.
Misunderstood
Okay.
this
We used to
boyfriend.
do
I don't have
a
to
group
explain.
reading,
Okay.
and mostly because
Okay, your friends.
Yes.
That this one is a boy and this one is a girl.
Yes, that's what we are.
we used to do group reading, and mostly, and he said it before. That person that I normally form as my group reader, he knows more than me. That's why I used to go close to him. Especially he knows maths. You know, maths is a difficult subject that everybody wants. Nobody wants to fail it. So you like to know the person more so you can learn more. So that's
But you
why.
just do group reading and you stop it there,
Yeah,
right?
yes,
Okay. So what about you?
Well, I have a boyfriend in school.
Hey, Auntie, are you listening? Okay, don't mind us. Go ahead. Okay.
It started this this SS3 because of our group reading. Like she said, every teacher wants us to engage in group reading, and in that group reading you cannot just say girls this way, boys this way. So we are divided into maybe 3 in a group or 4 in a group. Well, my group is 4. We are 2 girls and 2 boys. So those 2 boys, I see them as my boyfriend because one is intelligent in maths, the other one is in English and chemistry. So once we come together, you bring your idea, I bring my idea, this one bring your idea, we evaluate it and know the best, then we'll work together.
And it ends there, right?
And it ends
No mushy thing.
No.
Cockroach in the cupboard. Okay, are you?
For me, I have friends, both boyfriends and girlfriends, and all our relationship is just being kind to each other, supporting each other, and also we also group readers, like we read together, and that's it.
No mushy thing.
No mission.
Okay.
As for me, I don't have mushy. So I just have friends, both boys and girls. I don't have time for having a relationship that I'm not prepared for. So I prefer reading now and facing my studies before I enter any relationship. Thank you.
Beautiful. That's great. You.
Me, I didn't have any girlfriend.
No mushy.
No mushy. No cockroach in my cupboard. I just have girlfriends that knows better. So
Okay.
just that's it, and that's platonic relationship without
Okay.
sex, and that's interaction without sex.
Okay.
So that's the kind of relationship I have. I don't have any girlfriend, please.
That's great. That's great. And thank you so much for being so honest. Okay. And I mean, that's the way to go because it's really important. We cannot exist without having people around us, without having friends. Just like they said, you have a group, you read together, boys, girls, you interact with one another, but it ends there. No mushy thing, no cockroach in your cupboard. You just stay focused on your education and you keep moving and you read. That's the way to go. That's the kind of relationship we advocate. And thank you so much to students from Our Lady of Assumption Schools for being here today, for gracing this occasion, for coming here for this program. I look forward to having you again, and we're going to have very interesting conversation. From me, Oma, Auntie Oma, to every one of you out there, God bless you and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.